Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back. This is just going to be a quick status update on my journey so far to the end game. As you know, this is the series where we just follow my journey to the end game, and I'm just going to show you just exactly where I am in some aspects of the game. So, in adventure mode, I've gotten up to 9.8 and I've started trying my hand at the later stages of the Arcane Dominators. So at Ash Magisteria, I am now up to stage 11, and I am up to stage 11 on other dungeons like Roaring Tulpa and Queen of Tides. And this is important because if you remember from my first videos, I think it was the second one, I said that I probably wasn't at the point where I needed this kind of gear to get further ahead and to just progress in the game. But I do think that it's the case now, because the enemies that I'm facing, both on adventure and on dungeons and on the endless trial and also on the void tower, they have a huge HP pool, so they really they're really tanky, and it's a pain to bring them down. So it's I feel like the damage dealers that I have, the biggest damage dealers that I have, and that I have been building from the start of the game, which is Idrisia and Zetlux. They can bring in the damage, but the thing is, those guys are so tanky that it's not enough. So they'll deal damage on a couple of turns, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns, but it's not nearly enough. So I do need better gear, and I think I need to start going into those dungeons to get better gear. But there's also another thing, and I don't usually feature units or heroes on my videos, but I think that I have to mention this guy. And this is the guy that has just been carrying my ass on some dungeons and some levels of the endless trial and some boss levels. And he's not a sexy guy. I mean, when I got him, I thought, well, okay, so he's a big guy, he's tanky, but so what? He's gonna be there to just sponge up some damage. It's really not the case, and this guy pretty much single-handedly has been able to carry me on a bunch of content, and I'll just show you the details just to show you how I built him. I just went to as much HP as possible, of course, because most of his skills just scale on his max health, so his A3 scales on his max health, but also his trade ability, the damage that he deals, also scales on max health. So obviously I went for as much health as I could, but I also thought of something else. If I can get his health up high enough, I can just maybe slap him on a revival set, and he will regain an enormous amount of HP over the course of the battle. And that means that he's gonna just be there and just dealing damage with his trait, with his true damage, with his trait at the beginning of the round, and then with his A1 and with his ultimate. So basically, as long as he's on the field, he will be inflicting damage to pretty much every enemy. And I have a screenshot that I took from one of the boss stages on the other day, and I'm gonna bring it up, and so that's the image, and I posted it on Discord, and I got some reactions like, oh, 46 rounds, blah blah blah, wake me up tomorrow, or something like that. But the thing here, that's not the point. The point here that that you should be making is He stayed alive for 46 rounds. He regained health, an enormous amount of health, and he basically one-handedly beat that stage while everyone else was dead. And that's just how good he is. That's just how tanky he is, how reliable he is. And that's why I think this guy is a workhorse on this game, and I'm really glad that I got him. The problem with this guy is I'm not sure how I'm going to ascend him. I would love to get him to ascend too, so that his trait would deal 10% of his max health to all enemies, and with my current setup that would mean that he would be dealing over 2000 damage at the beginning of each turn, plus whatever damage he deals with his normal attacks. But the thing is, I'm not sure exactly if I can upgrade him with the normal materials, because if you see, for example, the hierarchy Soul Arcana says that its material used for ascending fire, water, wood legendary heroes. So how am I supposed to upgrade or ascend the abilities on a light legendary hero or a dark legendary hero? So I'm not really sure. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say and just feature this guy, because it can be just ridiculous. With this setup and this amount of health, he will be regaining with the revival set 10% each turn. So that means that each turn he will be regaining 2000 and something HP, and if he's below 50%, he will be regaining over 4k HP. That's crazy. With this amount of health and this amount of defense, unless the enemy in front of you is someone that is regaining health or just healing up, or unless he's standing up against like 3 or 4 guys, then he's really tough to bring down, and he will take its time. Yeah, he will take its time, but he will bring down the enemy team. And this is just what I wanted to share with you on today's video. I have upgraded to 6-star both Urian and Ceres, and I have been using them to clear the later level dungeons, on namely the Arcane Dominator. But on these stages where the enemies just start getting huge amounts of HP, it's really not enough, and we have to focus on something else than raw damage. We have to focus on sustainability. That's why this guy and this kind of abilities is so important, and that's basically what I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to finish the video with a multiple, like it's been customary. I'm going to try to always keep enough resources to do 40 summons in case just a summoning event comes up. But other than that, I'll try to use the crystals on these videos, because we never know what we could get. So let's just do a multiple and just hope for something good. 10 rares again. Okay, well, the game is well, it's kind of disappointing, because it's been 2 multiples with all rares, and I'm honestly, I feel tempted to do another multiple, because, well, I had to finish the video on this sad note. So I'm gonna do another multiple. Just screw it, just give me gold. That's all I ask. 1 gold, 1 epic, 1. Okay, that's all I wanted. Okay, this is a new one. I don't have them, and I don't have this one either. So 2 epics, 2 new epics. Well, that's something. That's really much better than the last one. 2 new epics. So I'm not sure how good these guys are, but I'll try and see them on the tier lists and see if they're worth upgrading. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you again real soon. This is Vodka 7 Up, signing out.